Do you think it's worth a first ban?
Kinda. I mean, considering how badly Game 1 went, maybe you can ban it and... Oh, it's gonna be Nyx instead.
Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't tell you
Nyx
too
is
much.
still a pretty big threat in general, so...
Team ban.
Geek Fam always bans the Ricky as well as... I think I said this in Game 1. They banned the Ricky, Death Prophet, and Snapfire, but last game they were able to take it, so that looks pretty good for them.
Team ban.
Yep. Puck going to be eliminated from the pool as well. First pick is going to be going in the way of Oracle. So I wonder what Oracle wants to go for this game. What's something that is just so good that you're always going to want to first pick?
Mars seems to be the hero, the flavor, like Mars almost always picked, discourages you from taking Lycan. I think that hero's pretty good. Centaur, like some sort of offlaner or a very flexible hero like an Ember Spirit. Those are the heroes that I would imagine. If you're gonna pick something first pick, you want to take one of these.
Yep. So Oracle, Puck, Nyx Assassin, Ricky, Timbersaw, and Batrider so far. We're still waiting for our last 2 bans. Any gimmicks you want to ban here?
I'm not sure. If again, I still would go Oracle and tell them, guys, just ban the Monkey King. I mean, if Raven takes it again and you suffer, you'll feel pretty horrible. And yeah, there you go. The Death Prophet as well as the Ricky being banned. You can also get rid of the Timbersaw, who's just a flexible hero. Oracle, I would start with something flexible and see the Voice Spirit's still in the pool. Ember Spirit, you said the Voice Spirit's like one of the best heroes you can have, and they go with the Enchantress.
A jungler, okay. Kind of does something similar to Chen, but more aggressive.
Yeah, scales a bit better into the late game. Geek Fam, yep, there you go, Snapfire. If you don't ban it and you can have the chance to pick it, they take it. They go, oh, Voice Spirit. Very similar, two of the same heroes that they had last time.
Is it Ember Spirit time for Oracle, or do they say no? We're not going to go for Ember this time.
If they go and they take an Ember mid, that's okay. It's just that it was an Ember safe lane with the way that game went. It was like super awkward.
Yeah. I'm almost inclined to think that Facehugger can't play the Ember Spirit, since a lot of teams, they've been putting a lot of emphasis on the hero. It's just... We've seen a lot of success because of how flexible Ember Spirit can be, especially in the right hands. Instead, they're going to pick up their other support, which is going to be the Dark Willow for Oracle. Is this offlane Enchantress?
I mean,
it's offlane Enchantress, right?
It's been a while since we've seen like Enchantress.
10 seconds remaining.
I think she's played more as a but you're right. I know the team Adroit likes to pick Enchantress as a offlaner, so it can be that. I like the Dark Willow pick, by the way. It does slow the aggression. It's like everyone just go back, reset. The Bramble Maze is pretty good. So I do like that pick so far. Unless it's going to be something like, carry Dark Willow, because it's Oracle, you never know. Like, oh yeah, she's position 1, you go, oh.
That's true, to be fair. I mean, Oracle has played some pretty crazy stuff for the past 2 days, so yeah, carry Dark Willow could be on the horizon. Geek Fem's pretty standard though, so we can kind of see what's happening with their lineup. It's an interesting decision here. The Centaur is going to be banned out for Oracle, so they're more concerned about the offlane situation for Geek Fam, not so worried about Monkey King, which I find peculiar. Although Monkey King's not the best in every situation, I suppose, so they don't really need to worry about Monkey King if they pick up the right heroes to deal with him. It's only Enchantress and Dark Willow, though. It's not really anything else. You want hard lockdown for something like a Monkey King.
Interestingly, the Mars gets banned out and we get the Tusk added here. Tusk and Snapfire, I really like this because Little Shredder level 1 plus Tag Team level 1 is just insane damage. You don't really have to upgrade them too much because, I mean, Tag Team will always be maxed out first for Tusk, but Little Shredder can stay level 1 and still be incredibly useful with the Tusk. Discourages the Phoenix pick, which I'm not sure. I mean, when you look at the Oracle draft, they're actually pretty weak to the Snapfire Shredder because of Enchantress. Her slow is useless against it. So, and there's kind of low HP heroes as well, so you can catch them. Very squishy so far. Who are they gonna go with? They go, okay, I like that. Something tanky that can... So this gives them a bit of front line. I like the Slardar pick because of that. Also, picking Monkey King, you were saying it's not good in every situation. This is one of the situations where you don't really want to Monkey King because trading Monkey King doesn't really trade very
10
well against the
seconds
Slardar.
remaining.
Yeah, you get 4 hits and you get the Jingle Master, but he gets 4 hits and he bashes you, which
5
can
seconds
sometimes
remaining.
kill you with the Slithering Crush. So it's something you need to be a bit careful with.
Radiant team pick.
And PL going to be making an appearance here for Geek Fam. One of the strongest carries we've seen to date. Has illusions, very mobile, hard to lock down, hits very hard, especially when he gets items. And what's the solution to a PL? Because typically it's lockdown, nukes, shut him down before he hits critical
10
mass.
seconds
Does
remaining.
Oracle maybe have potential with their current lineup to maybe stop the PL in
5
his tracks?
seconds remaining.
With these heroes, not really. But you can adjust. You can take. I mean, Ember Spirit's still in the pool. Magnus is still in the pool. Meepo is still in the pool. Leshrac is still in the pool. There are heroes you can consider taking to sort of get rid of the Phantom Lancer. I imagine that maybe the Ember might be the best. You have Ember and Slardar. You have some pretty good chasing heroes. Decent in the lane. Ember versus the Void Spirit. We'll have to wait and see what they go with, but yeah, I mean, you have the PL is a 4th pick, and you have 2 picks to deal with him. It's going to be the another good hero to go with. Yes, Maelstrom, Aghanims,
Okay.
our combo is really good.
So how are these lanes going to pan out then? Who's a support and who's a core? Because so far, Pango, an ideal core, Enchantress, a potential core, Slardar, probably going to be a main core as well. So support duo, Dark Willow, Enchantress,
10
core,
seconds
Slardar, Pango.
remaining.
Like, what lanes are we looking at?
That's probably going to be a
5
mid Pango and
seconds
offlane
remaining.
Slardar. Willow and Enchantress will play 4 and 5, and that's. I mean, there's just the carry left for Oracle. Again, it's Oracle, so there's always a big question mark to like. I think that's how they're gonna go. It could be Willow 1 and Slardar 5. You know, they might just do that, and you're like, well. But that's how I imagine the lanes would go. I imagine Geekcam should. That would be the optimum way for Oracle to play, I think, because you have to get
Radiant
Pango active
team
early
back.
to shut down the PL.
All right, Sven, the last ban here. Sven would have been perfect for Oracle. Gives them bonus armor, combos very well with the Slardar because you can do bonus damage with the armor reduction coming in. So
Yeah,
there's
and
Sven.
he's-
Sven was actually perfect versus PL too.
Yeah, and one of the
10
nice things that
seconds
you could
remaining.
consider always going for the Aghanims with him and chasing the PL around when he makes illusions.
5
So he would have been
seconds
able to
remaining.
just keep on top of him. We are down to the last set of bans and picks. Oracle, they have their pick coming out, which means Geek Fam can counter whatever carry they go with here. For Oracle, they're looking very strong in the mid game. You know, they got the Pango, they got the
Radiant
Slaughter, they got
team
Willow. These are
pick.
all solid heroes in the mid game. But what do they have for late game? Troll Warlord is an option. Now that your mid is sort of out, I think Troll Warlord is a pretty good carry to have. What else is there? Gyrocopter is pretty solid. I don't know if Gyrocopters is trending right now though, as a carry.
10 seconds remaining.
Could be maybe. I'm not sure if Morphling fits here though. Like historically,
5 seconds
Morphling has been
remaining.
one of the best heroes to deal with the PL as well. Could we maybe go late, pick up a Spectre? But I feel like Spectre would take way too long to wind up and actually be relevant.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you really want to play that slow tempo against Geek Fam, who, like last game, we saw how fast Geek Fam can play. Obviously, this draft is a little different. PL takes a little bit more time. We still have Tusk, Void Spirit, and Snapfire. These are the heroes ready to fight.
Well, waiting for this 1 minute timer. Oracle, what are they going to pick up here? Geek Fam. Looking at their lineup, they've got maybe got one real hero with lockdown. It's mainly the Tusk. They've got lots of chase though. Whereas you look at Oracle, they've got a lot of lockdown, which is something that I'm actually really happy to see since Oracle has been very light on disables for the past 2 days. Since they've got now Pango Rolling Thunder, Crush from the Slaughter, you've got the Brambles coming in from the Willow, last pick going to be okay, PA. Is this Battle Fury PA? Cut through all the illusions with Battle Fury Cleave?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely something we haven't seen a lot of, but I kind of like it. I mean, she has I was gonna say
10
she's kind of a little
seconds
similar
remaining.
to this Sven, that she can also fight a little early. She usually goes for a
5
cleave
seconds
item. Sven has
remaining.
natural cleave, and I mean, she's not bad late game. You throw a dagger, you crit the snap, she's dead. I think it's okay from Oracle. I don't love their draft completely, but like the Enchantress 5 is very strange to me. I'd rather they have something else, like even Ogre would have felt a lot better. But it's it's okay. It's better than last game if it goes the way I'm thinking of. Geek Fam though, they can see the draft. They're gonna go with either an offlane or a mid. Omni Knight's in the pool and Abaddon as well. I think Omni Knight might not be the bad pick for them actually.
What else could they go for? Would Beastmaster be a pretty good fit here as well?
I think Beastmaster is almost always good, isn't he? I'm trying to think if there's anything about Oracle that stops them. I mean, Pango doesn't really care about the summons, but yeah, apart from that, I mean, I think I still prefer the Omni over the Beastmaster, but Beastmaster would be an assault pick as well, especially with a lot of the offlaners being gone. Centaur, Mars, Timber, LC, all of these are good offlaners that are just banned.
Alright, we'll have to see. We've got 10 seconds left for Geek Fam. What's their final option? It could be offlane Void Spirit. Might be seeing a mid pickup here. Really dead set on this Omni. 3 seconds left. Geek Fam, last second. They grab. Ooh. Okay, the Underlord.
Very tanky,
So how does the
good
Underlord...
offlane.
How does he round out the draft? What's the role for the Underlord here for Geek Fam?
For one, he can catch Facehugger before he starts spinning with the Pit of Malice. He also has that arm damage reduction, which means that PA won't be able to get those big crits that we see. I mean, she will get crits, of course, but they'll be a little bit less impactful than usual thanks to the Underlord. He does percentage damage, so Slardar, his tankiness is a bit less, and just overall a big frontliner. Oracle does have decent damage. You know, you throw the Slardar Corrosive, PA goes in, she can 2-3 hit almost all these heroes. But Underlord is still very tanky, can get Crimson, can go Greaves. I like that they have this very good frontliner, because PL and Void, they want to go in and out. Underlord helps them do that. So it's a nice pick. I was thinking Omni, but Underlord is really solid to have as well.
Alright, so Oracle, this is their last match. If they drop this, unfortunately, they're going to be knocked out of the ESL SEA Championships. Geek Fam can be pretty happy with themselves. They're 1 win up right now, so if they lose this, they still have another shot, and whoever wins will be going up against Chompery. A very tough opponent, although maybe a bit questionable today. Some could argue it was against Boom ID, a very strong team in the region, but I think nonetheless, Chompery is going to be a very big contender in the next up-and-coming match. So, can I ask for your odds on Oracle versus Geek Fam?
I mean, it's like 5-1 that Geek Fam. I mean, like what Geek Fam is like 80% chance to win this. Oracle, you know, if they can get Slardar to have a good game and PA is online, that's fine. Again, Pango can shut down PL if he gets a good laning stage. But we saw Facehugger last game, didn't have a good game, but it was, you know, Silencer mid is a very, very niche pick that rarely happens. I would still go all in on Geek Fam. I'd be a little surprised. I mean, I'd be quite surprised if they lost this.
Alright, so let's jump into the match here. Game 2 between Oracle versus Geek Fam. So it's now up to Oracle to keep themselves alive in this match. Take a look at the lane. So Facehugger will be rocking that Pango in that middle lane. Slardar will be heading off into the off lane. Calvin hopefully going to have a better match this time. Not playing the unconventional Dazzle, which is good for him too. I'm very sure he didn't feel very happy about that Dazzle either.
Yeah, Cuckoo's bottom lane along with Whitemon, which means Carl's going to go mid with the Void Spirit. And, you know, Raven, we talked about him being very iconic on his Monkey King and Terrorblade, but another hero that I thought he always plays well is the PL as well as the Morphling. He's got the PL now, so I know. I mean, I've seen him play PL. He was very impressive on it. I think that his Monkey King is a slightly more, like, you know, it's more him, but still very good on the PL as well. But he got some trades coming up bottom lane.
Yep. So Ramley going to be handling the Enchantress, so it is a 5 Enchantress. I was wondering if maybe the Enchantress could be a 4 and the Dark Willow ends up being a 5, but I guess Enchantress is probably the better option here since she can jungle if she needs to catch up with EXP. So how are the lanes? Do you think this has to be a tri lane to protect the PA? Because it looks like GeekFam are also showing that they have 3 heroes down here.
The battle begins.
If it's a trial, then I feel like I might support the Geek Fam side more. You know, Tusk is really good in getting kills. Same thing with the Snapfire, and together, if you keep them together, you're encouraging the tag team little shredder combo, which is a lot of damage. And there's no one who can really kill the Underlord. He's super tanky. I mean, they can kill him obviously, but he's super tanky. Will take a lot of time. And yeah, it looks like they're just gonna send Whitemon on top, just like last game. They like having Raven and Whitemon on the same lane. You know, the one in the 5 is the classic. And if you are going to try and if they try and they don't get kills, it's going to be really bad for Oracle.
So it looks like we have Zephyr being harassed out by Ramley and QWE. He's actually down to half of his health here, so he's got to be careful. If he got caught in the brambles, that may have just been the end of him. But this Tusk, not going to be too happy. They have exposed this lane though, so it's going to be 3 protect 1. The other 2 lanes will be 1-1 matchups. How do you feel Slaughter and Pango will do in their lanes? Do you feel that they will have enough support by themselves to sustain and potentially keep up in CS?
Slaughter solo. It's solo against both the Snap and I don't know. It's kind of, I feel like it's gonna be a little tough for the Slaughter to have a good lane. He's up against 2 people. Sapphire is just one of the better heroes to zone people out. She's just a very good support to have. So be a little bit tough. He is tanky, so he has that advantage. Mid lane, I saw today a Pango beat an Ember, so I'm not averse to the idea that Pango can probably play the mid lane very well. So I think mid will be a trading and farm. I don't think either one really has much of an advantage over the other, but top lane Slaughter is going to suffer a bit.
Yeah.
Or so I imagine.
Right.
Yep.
And unpause going to happen, and the match continues. So Calvin will have to check up on him a little bit later. He's just going to be on the receiving end of some pressure. Whitemon actually going to cookie the creep just so they can get extra pressure on the Calvin. Cuckoo though being ganked up by Azo, QW, and Ramley. Is this going to be enough? He's got a stick and he will survive, but now Snowball tower damage onto the Dark Willow, taking a lot of damage. And Zephyr, does he try and grab this kill? No, he's actually being jumped on himself, and he's got no spells left. The Snowball on cooldown, Enchant for a Rambling, so they have the nuking power to finish him off, and they do. First blood going into Oracle's pocket. So they had first blood last game. They're gonna have it again this time, but how much will that first blood benefit them?
The thing is, I'm surprised that Geek Fam went so aggressively for it. When you are, I mean, they were losing the lane for sure. Don't get me wrong, but they were also keeping 3 people there, and Cuckoo could have sort of waited, but they were like, no, let's just. Zephyr tried to save him, then he went in more aggressively, and if he's gonna go bottom, he needs to be a bit more careful. So
does the Tusk have to be down here? Because Cuckoo seems like he might be able to be alright by himself after he's got a couple levels.
I imagine maybe they want Tusk to get level 2 before he leaves, because I agree with you. I don't really think he has to be here. Like, what is he actually bringing in right now? He was able to keep the Tusk, the Underlord a bit alive, but I don't know if you need him. No. Oh wow, portion stun.
Another stun there onto Cuckoo. The second Bramble won't land. The little Centaur setting up for the team, and Cuckoo now lost a lot of health again. It's actually a pretty tough lane.
It is. It's a tough. The bottom lane is just tough. I think that's where most of the action is going to happen. And Cuckoo, like, maybe he'll just be able to farm with his fire. So otherwise, just go and stack for him, Zephyr. I don't know what you can do bottom lane. But Facehugger is suffering slightly.
Yep. Calvin looks like he's suffering as well. He's just been pulling the creep wave, and Cuckoo now alone because the Tusk has decided to rotate into the jungle. He will be going down. Pango in the meantime dying in that middle lane to Carl. Cuckoo's still juking. This guy's very tanky. Has he managed to get out? It looks like he won't. Underlord going back down.
Middle tower is under attack.
In the meantime, though, Zephyr is going to be able to get him the big creep wave. He's going to stack 2 of them before he sends them forward. That'll give him a lot of creeps, probably level 3. But again, they did lose Facehugger mid lane, 9-1 to the 19-7. So it's a really bad lane actually coming out for them. So they're crushing mid, and top lane is also going pretty well. PL is 24 to the 6-1. If you are sacrificing one lane to win two, it feels horrible if you're the one being sacrificed, but you know your team is winning the game because of you.
Yep.
So I think
Calvin
that, yeah,
doing his
Cuckoo
best. Oh, Arcane Rune being taken there by Zephyr. Otomo, if you want to keep talking, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on.
Well, either way, they do get Facehugger again, and they're going to go for more here. Trying to catch the... Oh,
Oh,
That was
that's
something.
not a good pause.
that seems... Well, that's awkward time. I guess that the only thing QWE can do is, like, ponder his life decisions, you know? Like, this is what led me to this situation.
Well, does have the Shadow Realm.
It does. He does. He should be... I mean,
I don't think there's any
probably
AoE
okay.
between Zephyr and Carl, right? Do they have any AoE?
Nah.
No, everything's on cooldown.
Everything- They could try and snowball, like, you know, snowball to a creep, and then the passing stun gets him.
Maybe, but I don't think there's anything nearby.
No, I mean all the enemy creeps you can go to. Maybe try that. But even QW will be interesting to see if he can make it out. That'll be like the great escape. But Facehugger dying twice on the tempo mid. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see. QW, can you make it? Shadow Realm?
Right? Yep, they're just gonna leave her alone. Instead doing damage to Carl. Oh, Kido, you better not be greedy there, because the snowball is available on Zephyr if he wants to use it. Looks like they won't have that commitment though. A bit too healthy, and they'll have to dive under the tower to get it. Cuckoo pulling the creep wave again. Ramley trying to harass him with that Storm Harpy. Doesn't quite hurt as much as it used to. It's still spamming, but yeah, that thing used to hurt a lot more back in the day. Oh, blocking there for QWE. Zephyr trying to do what he can, but he's scared of those brambles. Oh, gotta jump here onto Cuckoo. Got a couple of impetus shots, but right under the tower, Ramley taking way too much damage to feel comfortable. But here we go, Tusk Snowball onto the Enchantress. The dagger gonna slow him down as Zephyr's got no mana left. But unfortunately, the Enchantress stuck around for way too long for an impetus shot, ends up going down. And look who's here, Carl is there. Gonna hide under the Shadow Realm. Carl, he's in a bit of a rough place here. Azure is still sticking around. He's got daggers available. He might have to throw one on Carl to slow him down and protect QWE, but instead, looks like Carl will leave that chase alone and will head back into the middle lane.
Dire's middle tower is
Came
under
at a very awkward time. He was almost level 6. I guess that the kill they got gave him enough experience, but he was almost level 6. That could have helped him out quite a bit in chasing those kills. But bottom lane again, Azure just chasing Cuckoo. He make a lot of damage, but he'll be fine. But they change their sights to Zephyr, who is another impetus shot.
Can they kill
Nice
Zephyr?
net.
Yep, they might be able to grab. Oh, nice snowball though. Be snowballing over to the troll. No, he's actually gone over to the PA. And the impetus shots, that's the slow down. Can they grab him? They should. Now Cuckoo. He tried to save his Tusk, but unfortunately, Whitemon coming a little bit too late. Maybe if the Snapfire came a little bit quicker, they would have been able to save that Tusk.
One of the things though is that Tusk, they were actually going to stop chasing the Tusk when he dove in. Oh, but bottom lane Azure.
Azure! Ooh, actually gonna go down. Just going down to that Underlord. And Calvin still in trouble. Oh, got the dump in there from Carl, and that might just be it. Slardars very quick. Still chasing Carl. Will finally finish him off. And Facehugger gonna try and retaliate though. Can he grab the kill? Onto this Void Spirit trying to bounce off the wall. Can he grab him? He needs more bounces. Tower goes down. He misses. You won't grab the kill onto Carl, and instead Raven is gonna chip him down while he runs away. That's very unfortunate. If they got the counter kill off onto the Void Spirit, that would have been beautiful. Dark Willow unfortunately going down in that bottom lane. Cuckoo gonna be killed off by the impetus shot from Ramley. But look at this jump forward. The Snapfire being very brave, but look who's come in. Calvin's TP'd in with the Slaughter. He's actually backed up. He's afraid that there was going to be some teammates coming in for Geek Fan, but after seeing that no one was there, they're gonna finally come up and kill Whitemon.
dearly departed. Radiant's bottom
Carl?
tower is
Carl,
under
though.
attack.
Coming in. Ooh, almost got Ramley there. Enchantress still running the sprint. Calvin coming in, has to go for the crush to keep that Enchantress alive. Enchantress is naturally fast. Ooh, nice ice shards they see where the Enchantress is. Brambles gonna keep Ramley alive, and Calvin gonna swap things out for their team. There's a lot of heroes here for Oracle, but Geek Fam also have a lot of reinforcements nearby as well. And it looks like that might just be it. They're gonna retreat and instead, maybe a two-man gank onto that middle lane face hugger. They're coming in from the river. There's the snowball to cancel out the Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder cancelled again, so they have enough, and oh, they do! Permanent stun, no Rolling Thunder, they say. Face hugger. Unfortunately, won't be able to leave.
It's 6 to 7, but it feels like Geek Fam's so much further ahead. Calvin's still level 4 on his offlane. He's about to reach level 5, but you can see like he's just not having a good game. Lowest in the net worth. I like how the observer's like, oh, you're talking about Calvin? Let me just point out that he's got the lowest net worth this game on the offlane slot. That's a horrible thing. When you look at Cuckoo, was almost 1k ahead in net worth. So tough game, and they really need Slaughter to tank for them in the next few minutes.
Yeah.
So it's really atrocious that he's having such a bad game.
Maybe
And
he's gonna have to fall back to Facehugger as the tank. Could that maybe be an option? Slaughter, while he's catching up Facehugger, bucks up and ends up being the tanky hero.
I mean, he has to, right? It's like that's your options. It's like someone's gonna have to be the front line. Problem is that you just saw how they can't control Facehugger. You know, just if you stop him from initially rolling, you have so much follow up. You have Void Spirit to jump in. Snapfire can get in there. Even the Tusk with the snow, like all of them are able to stop him from rolling. Only PL can't.
Got a smoke. Raven's in the jungle. Does he maybe pop the smoke Facehugger? Okay, Ramley's gonna show himself to Raven, and now they're coming in from the high ground. Raven knows what's up though, because the shrine was just taken. Enchantress trying to go for an enchant herself. Even rolling thunder for this as well. Raven going in for the Duke. They know which one's real. Ramley gonna go in with the impetus shots. Oh, the crush to cancel the charge. Is this PL going to go down? They will kill him off. No reinforcements from Geek Fam. Pretty big kill to slow down Raven's progression.
True, they did get Azure at the same time, so it's not like they gained nothing. It was 1-for-1. But yeah, that was way better for Oracle, getting the Raven slowed down a little bit.
Probably the best that they could do. So Oracle showing signs of life, being the aggressors this time. I think maybe this game, do you feel like they're looking a lot better compared to the previous game? They feel more comfortable taking on some of these engagements and also making these rotations. It's a lot easier to execute.
Oh, for sure. I mean, one of the things goes back to that Geek Fam is lineup. They are slightly less active than Game 1, which gives Oracle more time to set the pace they want to play. Because yeah, PL, he's great once he gets online, but he doesn't even have Diffusal yet, so he will take a while to actually fight. But whereas Oracle, they have Facehugger playing Pango. That's a very active hero.
Yep, Zephyr looks like he's going to go down. Nice crits there for Azure. That's going to snowball onto the Centaur, but Facehugger wanted that kill. It looks like Mortimer Kisses happened in that middle lane. Calvin going down to the Snapfire, and now they're going to try and go onto the Void Spirit. Curse Crown going to land. Oh wow, they actually managed to get the Void off onto the Dark Willow, and now it looks like this might just be it. They have the follow through. They need the slows, the Sables. They will get Carl. His dominating 4-kill streak is going to go down the drain, and it looks like the Centaur are going to spot out Zephyr. They've seen the reinforcements, but are they going to push down middle? Because no one's down bottom. Cuckoo's going to grab a tower. They've got to find something themselves. They need a tower.
Yeah, this game, Geek Fam is playing it way more patient. They are they're telling Cuckoo as well as Raven, just farm for now, fight when you're ready. We're in no rush. So it's hard for Geek Fam to make space when you only have 3 heroes being forced to do that.
Do you feel like there might be any game-changing moments for Oracle? Any items, any timings, levels? Something that's just going to make this game easier for you or for them?
I want look at what Pango is building. Is he building for the Maelstrom? I think that... he's going, yeah. Once he gets the Diffusal Blade, once Pia gets her first big item, again, she's going for Deso. or the Battle Fury. Like, these are the items. Oh, speaking of
Ooh,
Pango.
they managed to catch up to Pango, yep. And they perma-stun him, though. He doesn't even get the chance to pop the Rolling Thunder. Except they're gonna go after Whitemon. Crush! Oh, the Crush just connects while Whitemon was jumping over with that cookie. Bashes? They need the bashes. There's the dagger. Bash lands as well, and that's going to be a kill for Calvin. Maybe they overkill with the Crush there, but probably wanting to guarantee that kill.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Pango going for the defusal. I mean, it's still great. Maybe the Maelstrom would be a little bit better for all that spread damage, but either way, once that item comes out, oh dear.
Oh, they found that slaughter. Oh, that was dirty.
It feels so awkward. And Slaughter, like, his net worth is really bad. He can't seem to farm in either of these games. They just keep him focused. I mean, they have to. Geek Fam knows what they're doing. They are keeping him controlled for a reason, because he is just one of the heroes that can change the way this game goes. But
I'm just looking at Calvin. There's a couple of empty lanes, but Calvin doesn't seem to want to head to the lanes. Do you feel like maybe the team is telling him, okay, we need you now, Calvin. We need you to initiate for us to do anything, because he really doesn't look like he wants to dedicate farming time. QWE.
Oh, can he get it?
Nope. There's the Rolling Thunder there. They're going in. Calvin not going to farm. He's going to try and fight with his team. They've managed to find the Tusk. They have that vision. Calvin, though, being chased down by Raven on that PL. The cookie stun as well will land. And that's going to be the final kill going into Carl's pocket. More money for Geek Fam. Whereas for Oracle, they are giving Azure some time to farm. Raven's been fighting instead. But it's going to be way too late for this Battle Fury, because I need to ask your opinion. Is Battle Fury the item that's going to turn the game for the PL, or do you think PL needs more farming time after that Battle Fury?
I think you mean the PA, right? But yeah, if
Sorry, PA. Yeah, sorry. Too many Ps.
it's
too many fans.
I like the idea. I like the idea of going for the Battle Fury, but not now, because the Battle Fury counters the PL, but it's not PL's the factor right now. You need the Deso just so you can. If you throw Deso and Corrosive Haste on someone, you can just burst them with a couple of hits, and maybe you can move on from that. You know, you focus on Cuckoo, you focus on the Carl, you get rid of everyone, and then you leave the PL for last. You don't care about him. So I don't think the Battle Fury is the item to go with in Fear PA, because you're not going to be able to farm the jungle, and no one will help you too much, because the one person it counters is the one person who's not really very active anyway. So I would have gone for Deso.
Yep, there's the fear onto Carl. Do they have the lockdown though? He's just gonna port on out of there. They get the punch off onto Ramley, this Enchantress, very low snowball. They gotta separate. Gonna land onto the Dark Willow. It's the TP bit gets cancelled there by Facehugger. Although Carl's here, is gonna try and get some kills on his own. He won't be able to get the Dark Willow though. He's gonna be able to hide, and Carl's gonna let that go.
Zephyr's died like 6-7 times this game, but that wasn't on him. He had to go in and save his friend. Well played by him, but you can tell like his net worth suffers because of it. Where is he actually? Zephyr is 6 deaths. Oof. Poor guy.
I mean, Zephyr's pretty much more or less done his job, right? He's supposed to be in the front lines. It doesn't matter if he dies, as long as he gets his snowballs, his ice shards, lock heroes into very awkward positions. So maybe you think the Tusk is okay with a couple of these deaths, as long as he sets up for Raven, sets up for Carl, these other cores that need all of this setup.
Of course. I mean, if your team tells you this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, right? It doesn't make a difference, but it's like it is causing him to sort of not feed, but sacrifice his life for the greater good. And sometimes that's just awkward play with PA sticking to the Battle Fury. Could be the right choice, but I mean, she's gonna get in like in 2-3 minutes, and then she's gonna fight. I don't think you want to fight. There's so much control, so she's gonna go BKB.
What do you get? What do you get if you're PA though? Like, what item do you get after the Battle Fury that makes you useful? No, PA needs 2 items after the Battle Fury, right? Because she's naturally very squishy, doesn't really have any, any lockdown herself. Ideally, you don't want BKB.
Yeah, it's like it has to be B Fury into BKB. And I mean, I sort of prefer Deso because then she could have just joined fights by throwing dagger and done ton damage, just because you can jump and kill, but whereas Battle Fury doesn't give you the same capabilities. Looking at the items though, Tusk is just building tank items. Underlord, he's got the ADOS just to control the Pango some more. I like this pickup a lot. What
Carl
else can we
spotting
see?
out Azure. Hold on.
Radiant's
Azure.
barrier has
Oh,
been
the courier died! Oh, for courier. Azure just hiding in the tree lines.
Dire
Hoping that
scanning.
Carl thinks he's TP'd out. There's pings. Oh, they may have just seen him. Oh, Carl! This may have just been a trap. One of them kisses. They're going to try and get out with the Void Spirit. Oh, this poor old granny. Whitemon is going to be sent back to the fountain, but is this a big bait? Carl's gone down. They're going to try and finish off this PA, but Azur's still fighting, and look at the amount of damage that they're doing on Oracle, Geek Fam. Raven's here as well, and oh my goodness, he shreds QW Wing, so maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, Facehugger's got no mana left. He's got no way to get out himself. He's going to sacrifice his own life to let the rest of his teammates get on out of there. So Raven, he's hitting critical mass. This PL is scary.
Yeah,
They
and
did
they're
get some
building.
pretty big kills there.
Yeah, they are building towards shutting him down, trying their best to do that, but I don't know if it's happening. It's just you don't have like does Pango have his diffusal yet? Because if he does, that might
Yes.
help him out, and yet he does. So he's going for diffusal. He's going for Aghanims. I feel like once he's going to need the Aghanims. Diffusal's just not going to be enough. He's like too far behind. You need to get the diffusal and be ahead in net worth of the PL. That's not happening. He's not even like close to him. He's 5k behind.
Yep. Okay, so
Yay.
Battle Fury is finally completed on Azure. He's gonna have to wait for the courier to. Oh wait, it was his courier that died, correct?
Yep, it was.
Oh dear,
Calvin.
Calvin. Ouch.
Oh, courier again? Really?
Oh my goodness! If that was gonna die to an illusion, I would have lost it.
And yeah, Battle Fury is finished. 19-minute Battle Fury. All right.
It's a bit late. It's a bit late.
It's a bit late, and it is a high kill game. So how useful is it really going to be? But we'll find out. Roshan probably going to go to Raven or maybe Carl. Yeah, Carl gets it.
I mean, Carl's died a couple times this game, so probably best to put it on him since he's been the one to jump right into the middle of the fights. And Oracle's been very dedicated to killing off the Void Spirit when they see him. Ramley looks like he's going to spot that fight out as well. Dark Willow also on the low ground gets pulled in. Facehugger comes in with the Rolling Thunder, hasn't connected onto anyone yet. Dark Willow goes down. Oh, he's actually pinned into the corner by that creep. Now he's probably dead. Probably.
There's a, Calvin is going to go for that Blink Dagger. I'm not a big fan of this item because it implies that he's like going to jump in and get stuns off. Or I don't think that's going to happen. Well, he could get economics for like a Hyper Blast.
Radiant's middle tower.
Azure just gets caught in by the ice shards. There's no way he's getting out of here. He's got no BKB, no force stuff, no one to back him up. And it's just the supports, Atos to land as well. Oh, Calvin might be here to save Azure's life. They get the fear, but I don't know if that's the direction you want the enemy to be running. Azure running for his life. He's got no TP scroll. And they're hot on his heels. If you're going to protect your carry, you've got to do it now, Oracle. They've only got Calvin here though, so he's going to actually jump over onto the Slaughter, and that should be a quick getaway. Wow. Oh, no. They're going to actually cut back to where Calvin is. Azure's still hiding. I think he's got the... Oh, sorry, there's no shot there. Yeah. He's stuck there.
Nice
That
bit of
PA's
teamwork.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, the chase continues, and they're going to be able to kill Ramley. Yep, Ramley falls, and they use the Underlord ulti just to go to the mid lane. That kill they got on
Otomo,
on
good
Calvin.
news, okay?
Yes.
PA didn't die, so
Yes.
it's all good, and he gets jungle access.
That's news. I mean, I have to sacrifice a lot for this jungle access. The offlaner and your support again. It's a lot to think that this PA is going to be able to carry them.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And PA
They have
still
to make
doesn't
this
have
play.
the TP scroll is on the way though. So that this amazing TP scroll that cost them Calvin's life earlier.
Oh, hold on. We've got a fight coming into the ward space. Not quite landing those spells though, Calvin. Oh, gets the first hit back. That's going to be onto Carl. Does he still have his Aegis? Yes, he does. This is not really the fight you're looking for if you're Oracle. You just want to push them away so that your PA can safely come back. Raven, though, he's under the cover of a Shadow Blade, goes right onto the Dark Willow, almost gets speared, gets cancelled last second. But it looks like the Dark Willow will be going down here, gets stuck in the 3 lines. At least it was only the support, though. It could have been a lot worse than that.
Yeah, but they are going to go to the high ground, and they still don't have a BKB on the PA. This might be a dead face hugger, and looks like it will be.
Dire's courier has been killed.
That's 2
Oh,
heroes
yeah,
down,
the
face
Middle
hugger.
tower is under attack.
The mid. Oh, PA.
Another courier.
Radiant structures
So,
are fortified.
okay, he's waiting for Courier to go back. Isn't that risky? It's coming back. There's pings.
Is under attack.
Oh, Courier.
Oh,
No! You jumped right past
Really?
it!
Attack.
Oh no!
Radiant's middle tower.
Kind of thought that was what he was
Okay.
waiting for.
Yeah, it looked like he was gonna stick around and jumped on the creep wave, sees it just as he jumps. Whoops.
It delays the backdoor gives his team backdoor protection. Calvin.
Calvin's pretty much dead. He probably knew he
So
was dead
much
anyway.
damage.
That was, yeah.
Raven hits really hard, and he's fully online now. Can't say the same thing for the PA, although she is not that far from the BKB. I think around 1k gold, 1.5k gold. Yeah, 1k gold away from that BKB. If she can get it, you can look at the PA being active and actually helping your team.
But who's PA going to target this game? Because it seems that a lot of Oracle's issues is being able to keep someone in place long enough to kill them. And Facehugger, he's been okay with the Rolling Thunders. Maybe you could argue maybe a bit inconsistent, unfortunately.
You work
And
with
Rolling
what you
Thunder's
have.
been used. Yeah, it's just rolling all the way through? Okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Warmon trying to catch him.
These
at the
Rax
end.
Rax is gonna go down. They lose Calvin. He thought he was safe within his space, but you're not safe when there's a PA that could tower dive. Carl, he's still got the Aegis, and he's gonna be using that right now. I was thinking maybe they wait for the Aegis to time out, but here we go. Carl is back. Do they have any stuns? Calvin's stuck in the middle of the fray. He died back for that as well, so he's not gonna be around. Where's the PA? Azur is there, gets 1 hit off. Raven trying to run away. This BKB, the crits! Almost kills off Carl there with the minus armor. BKB pops as well, but where's the catch? He
Nice.
gets Carl, big kills. And Azur, he's just gonna turn around instead. They wanna go after Raven. Do they have the detection though? Any dust? They see him. Can they kill this PL? He's very pesky. They see him kill Ramley off, and he charges over in that direction. Where's the lockdown? The dagger gonna slow him up as well. Azur's still chasing. They don't have any vision. It's nighttime. It'll be very difficult to chase this PL. And that might just be the end of the chase. And they lose Facehugger.
Yeah, Facehugger had no mana. PL is playing so well. He's keeping everyone's mana low thanks to that Diffusal Blade. And Facehugger, he wanted to spin, but he's like, oh, I just don't have any mana. And you saw that in that fight, how much damage PA can do. And that's what the Battlefield. What if she had this so earlier? They might have been able to actually just one-shot people with the PA as well as the Slaughter. But instead going for this kind of, I'm not saying gonna say greedy build, but it's this countering PL build, and that didn't go so well.
Yeah, maybe their thought process. Too much emphasis on Raven's PL. I kind of don't blame them for this. Oh, there we go. Cuckoo gonna be locking in that PA, and Calvin, he wanted to try and go in for the crush. Oh, he's dying. It looks like he will go down there to Cuckoo. Damage over time being a bit too strong. Azur pops a defensive BKB, so he's not gonna have that for the next fight, which is very, very bad since he needs that BKB to go into Geek Fam. So now BKB is down. How do you approach this fight if you're Oracle?
I think here we go. They're gonna show us now.
Rolling Thunder, Cursed Crown, gonna be locking in that Underlord. Rolling Thunder, not quite getting the targets. Oh, the snowball, they're gonna miss everything from Facehugger. Now they're gonna re-engage onto this Pango. All the stuns, all the disabled. Ramley trying to finish off Cuckoo. Azur, they're melting to the PL Illusions. He needed that BKB now. Ramley in the middle of the fray, no mana, trying to run away with his movement speed. Zephyr gonna catch him, but this Enchantress is very slippery. Gonna be able to get the heals up, and now PL shredding this PA. This was a buyback as well on that PA. You can't afford to lose Azur here. Is he going into the fountain? He's going into the fountain, Raven! Very ballsy. His illusion's going to be taking the fountain shots. They really wanted to kill this PA. And a courier dies in the process.
Oh,
All three
God.
heroes down. Azure is going to try and go to White One, but Raven, he's still here. 77 BKB gets used, but he's running. You don't want to be running with the BKB charges. They do get that kill, but it's just so expensive.
I mean, that wasn't even thanks to the PA that much, but oh. Yeah, I can't even get the spin off. So much control for Pango.
Dark Willow's coming back, but it looks like they're just going to get away. Rolling Thunder used as well. It looks like Geek they're just getting ready to turn around and go again.
Maybe wait for the Snapfire to come back, and oh, the Calvin, poor guy, just keeps suffering.
Calvin's gone. Those PL illusions are far too tanky. 2.6k health. This PL is really fattening up.
He keeps. I like that Slaughter keeps thinking he wants to do a Slithering Crush to catch the PL illusions, but then the PL is like, oh, sorry, I got Doppelganger anytime you're ready. So they both play a game of chicken of who's gonna use their ability first. But
yeah,
Calvin, miserable game if you are the Slaughter. Was he like 1-12 or something? It is. It's not really a hero you want to play in this game because you can't really catch half the enemy team. You know, you're useless against a PL. You're useless against.
Has been pretty helpful. I will say that the minus armor helping out PA, but is that like enough? Is that enough for Azure to carry? Because he's used, I believe, 3 BKB charges, 2 of them being defensive.
I mean, you have to compare like Cuckoo compared to Calvin. It's just not. It's worlds apart. Like Cuckoo can go out there in the fights. He can make space for his team. It takes forever to kill him. Yeah, we're down to our 7 seconds on BKB. That's not much time at all.
Oh, looks like White One gonna be revealing himself. So will Carl. They're trying to jump onto the PA crush. Oh, not quite there. And instead gonna go onto the Dark Willow. Was that half of Dark Willow's health? My goodness, trying to get away. Should be able to reach the high ground in time. But we're back to high ground defense, and we have an Aegis advantage on Geek. This should be a game that they secure handily, but we've seen mistakes happen. Do Geek Fam make the misplay of their lives?
I think it has to be like 4 PA crits in a row on like a core. You know, that's like the roll of the dice that you need to get right now. And yeah,
we got Raven. So here we go. Jumping right onto the high ground, Facehugger right into the Rolling Thunder. They tried to find him with that PL, but he got the Rolling Thunder off in time. Where's the damage? Azur's hitting illusions. He can't find the PL. He's just actually gone under the cover of Invis, and he's just juked. He's juked away from the PA. And look at the rest of his team. Oracle, they've lost two. Pango is gone. Enchantress has to buy back. They're almost losing Calvin. He's so low. This time they're going to be losing Enchantress yet again. Dark Willow dying as well. All these buybacks, it doesn't look like it's going to matter at all as everyone's going to get Fountain Dove by this PL. Geek Fam, very convincing 2-0 in this best of 3. And unfortunately for Oracle, this is going to be it for them. They are officially knocked out.
What a game again by Geek Fam. And I mean, Oracle, what was that? Sometimes you want to go in a situation, you're like, oh, I know what this hero does, I know what this hero does, but sometimes the hero just doesn't do it much. And that's what we saw with this Slardar. Calvin on the Slardar could not, really just couldn't do anything. Like, we saw he got Tranquil Boots, Wand, and he tried, and for 30 minutes he was trying to get Blink Dagger, which I don't know if he even made a difference, but he wants some Blink Dagger. So, the support...
It kind of makes sense though, right? Like, you want the Blink Dagger, but you don't have enough people to make space for Blink Dagger to appear, right? Slardar doesn't want to be farming, he wants to be fighting.
Yeah. And even if he gets the Blink Dagger, I mean, is he really going to jump in? And it's such a big investment, like 2,000 gold just so you can jump forward, when you might be able to get like a hood that could contribute to pieces along the way, might help you. It was really bad for the Slardar that game. The support, I mean, Ramley on the Enchantress, one time, the only thing I remember is that he one time got the Harpy, and she did some lightning, and you're like, oh, that's cute. That's it. You know, like, you never see him again. And it's like Facehugger tried to make space, but they had the PA double down to take out the Raven. That doesn't work, because Pango has to counter PL, and PA has to counter everyone else. You know, she can't counter the PL as well. It's too much for only one guy who's not even fighting. So, I don't know. Oracle's strategy.